Hey, what's up everyone, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV as we are playing with England. So I did get a chance to read your guys' comments on the last two episodes that I put up on Monday. And yeah, it seems that most people are pretty excited to see me playing a different game. I'm seeing like new people come to the channel, or let me take that back. I'm seeing people come back to the channel who I haven't seen for a long time. Because if you didn't know, EU4 used to be my game, guys. This I didn't play it on YouTube much, but I used to be a modder. That was, I guess we'll talk about that later in the series. But yeah, it was kind of a really big part of my life before YouTube. So yeah, a lot of people that are coming here that watch those modding videos that I did on EU4 that are coming back to the channel, so that's interesting. And yeah, people seem to be excited for the series overall, and I know I'm enjoying it as well, playing a new Paradox game on the channel, something we haven't really done much of in a while. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fun series, guys. So let's go ahead and start. We left off trying to decide whether I should attack these guys or not, and one of the things I was considering the fact is, yes, we did outnumber them, but the fact that their general is better than ours, and then most importantly, and I kind of feel like, damn, we should, I guess he's better. Yeah, looks like Jonathan Norfolk. He has better fire. I was trying to think, we could have changed here, but he is currently sieging. We could always wait. He has the inspirational leader as well, while this general doesn't have anything. That's only recover army morale speed, so that doesn't help out much. But you know what, guys? It really does feel like, yeah, like it would be wise to switch these guys out. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We can't do that yet, but yeah, we are going to go and attack them, because one of the things I forgot about is the fact that they changed it a while ago, that when you are attacking a army that is sieging a province down, the terrain penalties actually goes to them. Rather than yourself. That was changed. I don't know how long ago, but it's a really good change. I like it a lot. Since it is your territory, it makes more sense for you to get the terrain bonuses. I'm pretty sure that was the change. Yeah, I was just playing a series recently, and I recall noticing it. Okay, yeah, they canceled that. That's fine. We occupied the province here, which will now allow us to change out our generals. Let's go and take care of that. We're going to do Jonathan Norfolk, though. It's saying that, because we're sieging this province down. So we're going to have to take that province before we're going to be able to do this. Well, that's a shame. That could allow them to take our fort. Another thing I was worried about was that they have an army over here that is currently moving this way. Yeah, they just ticked down further. All right, well, we have our province. This will now allow us to change up the generals, which I think will be worth it. Just for that extra fire, that'll be a little bit less damage we take. It might just be the deciding factor. And on top of that, we could have Jonathan Norfolk, now that he's now taken that province, we could have him come down here and reinforce us if need be, or he could start working another fort with all those siege pips he has. Although I'm not seeing, okay, there's the next fort. This could go after that one. I prefer to just take these though, not that his siege ability matters there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other fortifications, so yeah, let's go ahead and start moving towards this province here, and we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and attack, because it feels like, let me just see here. Yeah, it feels like waiting for him would not be good, because I think we'll lose the fort if we do. We can wait a couple days, but we're gonna have to attack, guys, and that's not gonna help much. He's not gonna be here in time, but he could stop that army though, maybe. Yeah, because they got an army coming here now. All right, well, whatever. We're locked into it. We're into the battle. See if we're gonna win. It looks pretty close. They are getting that terrain penalty, as I mentioned, so yeah, it does seem to be the case. They did change that, where the besieging army now has to deal with the terrain penalties, which is nice. That means we don't get the river penalty or anything like that. And nobody's getting any extra bonuses during fire. Oh, no, wait. Let me take that back. He has 2 and 2. Okay. So he's getting a little bit of a bonus. So they're almost here. As of right now, we would have won. And it looks like, I guess we have to deal with this, but it looks like we're both going to get our armies here at the same time. This is one big old massive battle, basically, a deciding battle. Again, we seem to have a lot of those. We're going to be sending our 10,000 men. They're going to be sending 12,000 men here. As you can see, we are currently winning the battle. Yeah, we definitely have superiority over them. Our cavalry are doing really good. If you're wondering how cavalry works, because one other thing I learned from the last two videos is that a lot of people do not have experience with Hearts of Iron, or with EU4, which is expected because my channel mostly does Hearts of Iron. So I think I think that results in a lot of the people here only playing Hearts of Iron. So let's go ahead and take care of this first. Get ourselves a new leader. How are we doing? Or new advisor, excuse me. How are we doing on money? We could afford a level 2 guy. Yearly inflation reduction. I think we do have inflation, so that would actually save us from having to deal with that ourselves. So yeah, we'll get him. That's fine. I think there are some bonuses to having the Master of Mint as well. I'm not sure. Let's go and get him and pay him his money, and then we're going to attempt to win this battle here. But the main thing that cavalry does, and I'll try and pronounce it right, cavalry. I have such difficulty with that word. I know how it's spelled, guys. I know how it's supposed to be said, and we are losing this battle, unfortunately. Damn, man. Yeah, we're about to get more help, but I don't think it's going to be here in time. 24th? Nah. Yeah, you can see us losing out here. Well, oh, they did get here. Looks like we're going to win the battle. Awesome. I really thought that was going to be a loss. That is great. Great news. So just taking a look at the casualty numbers here. We lost a similar number of men. We lost about 100-something more, or not quite 100, more infantry. But they lost about 200-something more cavalry division, men. So I keep wanting to say divisions, guys. It's killing me. So we're going to go ahead and send, let me just see here. Let's send Rodney. I guess we'll keep him here to, you know, replace all his losses. And let's send Jonathan North. No, actually, we don't need to do that. The fort will take that province back for us. All right, let's just send him over to take more provinces then. We'll go and grab up Saintonge, something like that. Probably fucking it all up, the pronunciation of that, but it's fine. So essentially what cavalry does, guys, is they can attack 2 units. You saw that when I was hovering over the cavalry unit. They can attack the 2 units rather than just the men across for them, the regiment across from them. Poland has a peasants' war. We've occupied that. Let's go and move up to the next one. And you know what? These guys could occupy stuff while we're... I just don't want to have to fight this guy. I'm worried that, because as you can see, he's about to come over here and destroy some of our allied troops. This is a French noble rebel army. But yeah, the cavalry, they can attack, you know, units that are a little bit further away. They're... God, what is the name of it? It's kind of like range, but it's not called range. What is it called? Now it's going to kill me. I'm going to have to take a look at it now. It is called something. I think it's in here, perhaps. Flanking range. There we go. Yeah, it is range. So their flanking range is 2. And so they're really good to have on the flanks because they can attack units that are a little bit further away. So that's their main benefit. Here in the early game, they also have much better stats. They don't look like it because their pips are lower. You know, the amount of pips they have here are lower than the infantry. However, they mainly focus on shock and the shock modifiers, which are also here. As you can see, we have a shock modifier of 1 for the cavalry, while the infantry only have 0.5. The shock modifiers are much better for the cavalry, so that actually results in them being superior in a way. However, one thing you need to consider, is there any other provinces? And I guess we can go to this one, but that's protected by the fort. You know what? This guy's going to go ahead and take that fort out because I don't know when the Burgundians are going to make peace, but they're kind of in control of this right now. So let's go ahead and bring our main army to deal with the French army, which has got to be somewhere, right? Have they been destroyed? It may very well have been destroyed. Okay. Well, that's all right. I'm okay with that. I guess we'll move here then. Take this province. And just continue grabbing the provinces up until Burgundy makes war. But the other thing to consider about the cavalry is that the fire phase is first. So having better fire can often be more beneficial because you deal all those casualties to the cavalry and then they're just not as good. So that's one other thing to consider. But they're definitely pretty good, guys. The problem is that they're so expensive that I don't really think they justify their cost, which is why I don't use a lot of them. But if you got the money, then you might as well bring a few more than what I've been bringing, which is like 2 per army right now, just to have 1 on each flank. I like having 4 technically, especially in a 20 army, a 20 regiment army, and that's because you're going to face casualties. We're going to come over and help in this battle, guys. Or, well, maybe we won't. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be over soon. Yeah, I don't see any reason to help out that battle. We'll just continue taking provinces. Yeah, there's going to be too many troops over here. They have 24,000 right now. If one of our allies get in a battle, which is very much a reality, it looks like, yeah, they very much could attack there. We're just going to have to watch them, because this is really the deciding factor on when we win, whether or not we win the war. What is going on with the... why do we not have... Okay, they're sieging. It's just taking them forever. All right. So that's the reason why the war score is so low right now. So we're just going to watch this army. If they get in battle, we'll go assist with this army here, with Jeremy's army. We also did get a suggestion from a patron for a name for a general. So if we get another general, then we'll be naming him that. Any other patrons out there? I know we only have 9 patrons, guys. Okay, it looks like there will be a battle there. All right, so how would be the best way to go there? I don't actually want to attack them there. But you know what? Okay, I got a plan. I know that this is mountains, so it's not the best place to attack. You know what? That is actually a really shitty place to attack. Huh. Could go this way instead and then come in. That might be the best way to do this. We are going to take attrition, though, if we do it that way. Because, yeah, I don't want to attack this. If we attack here, yeah, that would not be beneficial to us. Not at all. All right, yeah, this is what we're going to do, guys. And that's probably the best way to do it. I don't even know if we need to help them, but I'm going to try. I don't know if they're going to get the... Yeah, they are getting a train bonus. Nice. So I don't know if we'll be able to help them in time. It looks like the Burgundians have taken over the main province that we need to get, which means our war score has changed substantially, and that probably will result in them coming into the conflict. And there we go. This is the big battle. I don't think France will recover from this. It doesn't matter anyway, because they've lost all their provinces. So the battle is done. The French have lost substantially more casualties, more men than we did. And they have nowhere to run. I think they can only run to these 2 provinces. So I'm pretty sure we can now chase them and try and wipe their armies out. That's going to be the goal here, guys. In this game, there is a thing called Shattered Retreat. My king, French nobles, damn them. Okay, well, they're currently fighting one of our allies. But yeah, that's a shame, because even when we win the war, we're still going to have to deal with those French nobles. Oh, Lord. Damn French. Need to keep their nobles under control. Oh, we actually were able to fight them. I thought they were on a Shattered Retreat. But the Shattered Retreat essentially allows them to move faster and then move deeper into their territory, where you can't attack them, usually, until they get a bit of morale. I'm surprised we were actually able to attack them there. Maybe it wasn't a Shattered Retreat. And then, yeah, it often results in you not being able to get at them. And that was because of the way the game used to play, where you just send all your men after in a one big battle, and then after you won, you would go to the next province they were going in, and then you'd destroy the army. And it was just... It just didn't really replicate the way historical battles worked. And I'm not saying that the historical battles, or the battles here, are very historical, but it's better than it was. So let's go and chase these guys. Are they both going to the same province? Yeah, they're both, one of them's going there at the very least. The other one is as well. Yeah, so they're both going over there. So we'll engage them over there. And it looks like it's going to be a defense as well, which I wasn't expecting. All right, awesome. So we're trying to get this French army destroyed, so that we're going to cripple their efforts to stop us from taking the rest of their country over. I don't really know what's going to end up happening, honestly, in this peace treaty. What Burgundy's going to end up doing, because they're going to be in control of the treaty. We could make a separate peace, but it really pisses your allies off when you do that. So France has just brought Scotland back into an alliance, which sucks, because we did a peace treaty to stop them from doing that, but that peace treaty doesn't apply anymore. So let's go and get the temples, even though we're not using them. We lost all innovators. Anyways, okay, so that's a shame. We're gonna go and get the temples. We just don't have a lot of power, guys. We just don't. We're just having trouble with that. Even though we now have a much better ruler, yeah, we just haven't had the power that we need to stay relevant with tech. It looks like I actually let these guys get away. So let's chase them down and kill them. What happened here? Oh, okay. They took control of one of the provinces that we formerly had. Still working on getting that fortification there, and I believe we just destroyed the entire French army. So the French are done for. There's nothing left of them. We can't get to there until... we can't go anywhere right now. And we wouldn't win that battle with the French rebels. I would like to go here, but once again, we can't until we take that fort. We're just going to have to wait, be patient. There we go. And now have these guys take that. And let's bring them over here and maybe consider attacking those French nobles. I don't know. We'll see, guys. I don't really like using my men to destroy the rebels of an enemy. But I also don't want them taking all the provinces I've worked so hard to take. And you can see they have control of the whole south here. So yeah, we're just waiting for Burgundy to make peace, and Scotland has now announced this as a rival again. Okay. We have no men in England if they decided to attack right now. Okay, succession crisis in Crimea. We've now taken this province, and we're going to come over here and I think just bring both armies, although let's bring them in a province that can support the entire army, which would probably be our own province, though it is relevant where, okay, that would be the only place that you get a river penalty. All right, so we won't want to attack from there. Let's just take a look and see the highest supply limit. It looks like 28 is the highest one, so I think we're going to have to go here. Yeah, all right, we'll move our men over here. And we'll attack from there. Attack these French nobles. Oh, it looks like we don't have to worry about it. All right, awesome. The war is over. Hopefully they gave us something. This time we're going to actually look at the casualties. So just taking a look at the total side here, attacking side. 62,000 casualties, lost 2 ships. French didn't lose any ships, and they lost 53,000, almost 54,000. So our side was worse. Let's look at our own country, because I bet a lot of those are Burgundians. Oh, the Burgundians, even though it was their war, didn't really do a lot. Okay, it looks like it was there. Oh, wow. Flanders took some heavy casualties. But we took the brunt of it. 29,000. I mean, that's not bad compared to the French, but yeah, it sucks we did the brunt of it, and it doesn't look like we gained anything. Wait a minute. Huh. Oh, they pieced out France. Okay, but they're still at war with the main enemy. Got it. Provence. So, what did we get? It looks like they took 2 provinces themselves, which are these 2 here, which connect their lands. And then they gave us the 2 Brittany provinces. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that works for me. That means that France can't attack the rest of the Brittany provinces, which means we will be able to take those. And anything else that we got from this? Looks like we got a little bit of money. We got 30 ducats and some prestige and stuff. Okay, excellent. So we now have another peace treaty with France. This is going to last, let's just take a look, till August 1477. Ooh, that's a long peace treaty. All right, so let's go and get our provinces cored, though it doesn't look like we just don't have enough to do both of them. We'll just do one of them right now. And then as far as the rest of the war goes, I think it's going to end soon, because, I mean, what other provinces do they still have? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like they'll probably do the peace treaty soon, because we're at 100%. So let's go and get our men moving out of here. We're going to have the main army come over here. We're going to have actually both armies come over here. It's fine. Let's go ahead and bring our fleet over to here. And then we're going to be moving the smaller army over here to England, just in case Scotland gets jumpity. Frankly, we don't have any manpower, so we're not going to attack Scotland at the moment. We got the peace treaty done. We can now see how many casualties they faced, 3,050. That's how many they took. All right, taking a look at what happened. Oh, we got Anjou. Nice. And the Burgundians didn't even take the main province they wanted. Huh, interesting. All right, well, we got Anjou. That's what I wanted. I am very, very pleased with that. Nice. Okay, so that worked out well. We've increased our holdings. The war did end up being very profitable for us. We got a little bit of ducats from that as well. We got favors because we helped Burgundy out. That means we can call them into one of our conflicts that they don't really care about. It looks like France has gone bankrupt, so that's beneficial. Okay, and Burgundy is now considered a great power, so our ally here is now in the great powers. They're number 6 because of the new provinces they took. We're number 3. The Ottomans have pushed us out of our second place spot. They're offering a royal marriage. We'll accept that. One thing I didn't consider, guys, is the Burgundian Inheritance event, which might happen. I think it depends on them not having a heir, though. I don't really remember how their event works, because I always made my own, because I don't like the way theirs is done. It's too, I don't know, railroaded, too deterministic. I don't really like the way they did it. But it often does fire, and that would result in, more than likely, Austria getting all this land here, while France takes this land. That's typically what happens. Sometimes Spain gets it instead. But we'll just have to see, guys. We'll have to see what happens. It's usually Austria, though. Is there anything I need to be aware of over here before we unpause this? Corruption is growing, of course. We need to fund it a bit more. And we are broke. Let's get our guys out of here so that we can get them, we'll get them completely reinforced. And once we do so, though it does look like it's going to take a while, I guess what we're going to do while we're waiting for them to reinforce is to enable drilling. Now, drilling is this meter right here, army drill. So as you can see, they are practicing, working hard here. Looks like our heir Henry is now well connected. What? Why do we keep getting the well connected, man? Like, everybody's getting the well connected one. There's so many other better bonuses, especially for having such good stats. Yeah, I would think we'd get something better. Let's go to move these guys across. We're going to bring them over here to Scotland. And what was I saying? Oh yes, the drilling. So getting this drill, you can see that there's bonuses that you get from getting the drill for the individual army. You can't see all of them yet because the drill's not high enough. There's a lot of bonuses for it though, besides just that movement speed. And then also there is, let me see here, it's in military. And then there's the professionalism. That's the main way of increasing professionalism, is by drilling your army, and this gets some great bonuses. As you can see here, they're small bonuses now until we get it higher. And then with each level of professionalism, 20%, 40%, 6%, so on, gives you extra bonuses. So this will allow us to build supply depots. This allows us to refill garrisons, and so on and so on. Regain manpower when disbanding. Cool shit like that. King with the back end. Whoa, wait a minute. Electors have elected. Oh, okay. Alright. I thought we got elected. I don't know why I have that set to tell me about every time a new emperor is elected. That's not really that important for me. So did we get our... We did. We get them over there. Let's go and get these guys back home, and so that we can, you know, mothball them again. And we'll wait to go to speed 5 until after I get all this shit done. Get the ships back. Get them mothballed. All that good stuff. And here we go. Alright, so let's mothball them. That should save us a bit of money. And we'll wait to decrease our army funding until we get them fully reinforced. And that's because your troops don't reinforce when you don't have any army funding. So we won't be able to get them back up to their 20,000. So let's just wait. And I'm just going to have to hope that the nobles here stay where they're at. And we're probably going to have some French rebellions as well. And I wanted to mark this. I don't want a pop-up window for this. I don't need it. You can display it in the log, which is right here. But yeah, we do not need to know about every single country that's going to attack another country and can't keep their mouth shut because they have a monarch with loose lips. All right. So as I was saying, guys, I am very familiar with the coding of this game. I used to mod it before I started doing YouTube. That was kind of my hobby. I'm one of those people who has to have like something to throw themselves into. I'm gonna go and get the next military tech. This is also gonna lock new troops too, so we're gonna change that up and change up our infantry. I don't think we got anything for the cavalry. So we have 3 choices, and they all have the same amount of pips. So they're all like overall the best. They're just better at different stuff. So of course, men at arms, you know, have a defensive shock pip and a defensive morale with 1 offensive morale pip. So they're very defensive. The most offensive one is the infantry here, the I can't pronounce that, but it's fucking the goddamn Gaelic infantry. So they get all offensive abilities, pips, while the longbow is a little bit more offensive oriented. I guess it's kind of like the exact opposite of the men at arms, and we're gonna go with longbow just for role playing purposes, because we're the infantry, or because we're the English. So obviously it makes sense for us to get longbow. So anti-clericalism. Let's see, what do we want to do here? This will get us money. We'll have less local autonomy in a province, and clergy is going to be happy. The burghers will be irritated, and the clergy continues increasing their influence, which is getting dangerously high. Yeah, I think when you get to 80, it causes issues, although I think I recall them changing something about that. But obviously, I don't... Man, there's some great bonuses. I like the money. But man, I don't want them to gain any more influence. I think that'd probably be bad. This here doesn't do anything. It just pisses the clergy off. Alright. But they lose influence. And I feel like influence is getting high. Let's just take a look at the estates and see what's all ticking up that influence and when it's going to expire. Okay, so 5% for the Cardinal and Administration, which expires in a couple years. And then the main one here, which is given a 10% boost, is in 1468. All right. Yeah, most of that's going to tick down soon. So let's take the money and continue to piss the burgers off. We don't like them. And yes, I did say that I was going to give the nobles an estate. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. Let's give them an estate. I don't know why they don't have one. That's really odd that they don't start out with one. Overall, you'll notice I don't really use the estates much. Okay, so it can't be any province with a seat in parliament. Yes, I forgot about that. So we're going to want to give one that has high manpower. And let's go ahead and, I think it's economic. Here we go. Let's take a look at the manpower. London's really the only place with high manpower. We got 616 in York, but they have a parliament seat. We got 567 over here. Just trying to see if it looks like all these are pretty balanced. It doesn't really matter where we do it, I suppose. Yeah, doesn't matter much. Let's do. Did we put a? I think we did put one in Sussex. Yeah, we did. Damn it. All right, so instead we'll do Hampshire. Yeah. Oh, they already have one. The clergy has that. Damn them. All right, I'm trying to do a province that has the manpower since they do give the manpower bonus. Let's go back to that mode that we were just in and see if I can't find one that has the 600 something. Okay, 616, I'm thinking that's where it's going to be. And it makes sense too because they need to protect against, we got to have these nobles over here on our western march. So protecting against Welsh rebellions. So let's go ahead and nope, they have a seat too. God damn it. They're fucking me off, man. All right, I'm just screwing this all up. Everybody has a seat. That's probably why that's why they have the 616. Yep, because I forgot the seat gives more manpower, doesn't it? Yep, that makes sense. All right, so that's why every province I check. All right, that makes perfect sense. Okay, we'll just do here in Norfolk then. Let's give it into control of, you can't so the English don't even have nobles. That is weird. Is that because they have the parliament? Yeah, that's incredibly strange, especially considering the fact that we just strengthened the nobles. I mean, yeah, that's odd. We got a new cardinal, so I guess there's that. Almost here on the manpower, and then you'll be able to see their army drill. A lot more bonuses now. But I don't think we're going to continue drilling because we're broke, guys, so we really can't afford to do this right now. And drilling costs money, and you got to keep the maintenance up for that unit. So we could just reduce army maintenance and they would continue to drill. I suppose that's an option as well. You know what? I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's just reduce army maintenance, and then we won't pay for the army maintenance there. And we could have done that and saved ourselves a little bit of money. But it's not a lot. As you can see, we're not really making great money right now. So we can also build some improvements here. We can build, churches and the marketplace. And I'm tempted to do it. However, I really want to see what would happen if I increase. He's 238. I guess we don't really have the money to pay for him monthly, but that's a shame because, yeah, I think that'd be a good option. Increasing his abilities up to level 4, because when you have these cheap ones, you want to get them as high as you can afford. So instead, we're just going to build a building, I guess. We're going to go ahead and let's see what's going to bring the most money. Probably the church into London. I don't see any other province that would bring in more money than that. God, our provinces are fucking poor, man. As I said, the last country I played in EU4 was what happened? Oh, Jeremy Rodney just improved his fire skill. Excellent, from drilling. That's another bonus of drilling, is that your generals can get better. The last place I was playing was in Italy, which is a far richer area than we're in right now. So I'm used to the church giving much better bonuses. We got a new core, which is excellent. Also, I forgot that we need to do one more core here. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And more war in Ireland. As you can see, they are starting to we're starting to see some powers rise out of Ireland. Eventually we're going to want to attack somebody, probably Scotland. They won't be able to pull France in, but we need to get the manpower situation fixed before we do so. So we got another core province. We lost this. That's excellent. That brings down their influence because it's getting kind of high, which is always a threat. Unfortunately, our innovativeness is decreasing. We can get a new technology though, which I think would put us, yeah, this would put us on league here in our diplomatic tech with our military tech. This is going to get us more trade efficiency, so that'll be helpful. It might actually make us a little bit of extra money. Let's have to see. We're getting 1.94, so it's a little bit. And then what happened here? Oh, Burgundians have gotten Renaissance. All right, where are we at on that? We're going to check that as soon as we finish up. Oh no, Henry. We can send for a trained medicus, which can cost us money, but we have a 50% chance of Henry living. We're also going to gain a bit of legitimacy, which we don't actually need. This will get us a lot more legitimacy, but there's only a 75%, there's only a 25% chance of Henry living. So, yeah, I think we're going to pay because Henry's so good, I don't want him to die. Although, I guess it doesn't really matter because he's so old. It doesn't really matter that much because he's never going to be king, probably. I won't be able to disinherit him, have him abdicate, I mean, until he's 60. So by then he would be 58. So, yeah, doesn't really make much of a difference. But we're going to go ahead and pay for it. We're not going to let our brother die. The House of York. Oh, okay. Well, looks like he died. Well, let's see what happened here. All right, so with the union of Edward I and Mary, we have gained not only a spouse, but also a new ally in the realm. York is an old and influential family, and their seat in... Oh, okay. Interesting. So, yeah, this is the... this event pops up a lot, where you can have a local noble family where you marry into them, and it gives a little modifier for the seat of strong aristocrats here, and we did get a queen consort and an heir. Richard's the heir, which is very fitting considering the fact we just married into York. So we have Richard. He's a 462, not as good as the heir we lost, but he has our son, so he's younger. And our queen consort is Mary York. She has some decent stats as well. All right. I guess that worked out okay. It's just a bummer because that was a really good heir. So if anything did happen to Edward, we would have had a fantastic king coming in onto the throne. It's a shame, but it is what it is. All right, so we're not earning a ton of money, guys. The money is kind of garbage, but you know what? We're getting our army drill up, which is going to be helpful in the, we're going to have a war with the French again. It's kind of a bummer that I'm not training these guys because the next war I think is going to be against Scotland. Although, let me just double check here. When does this truce end? Oh, it's in 77. Okay, it's going to be a while. So a lot of peace is happening around the world. Sickness of the king. Oh, and then figure our king would die. Right when we got a baby king and Henry died. Oh, Lord. All right, so just taking a look at the situation here in the east. Just kind of curious. Looks like Muscovy continues to expand their realm. And yeah, this war here continues. Sickness of the king. So he has fallen ill. We can give more power to the nobles, which is going to reduce our tax modifier, or delegate more to the provinces, which will increase the autonomy gain. But they'll gain some... Yeah, either way, it's 10 years. Let's just do the... Do we have any autonomy gain that might nullify that? That's the wrong province I'm looking. Let's take a look here. We're currently reducing by 0.125 each month. So this would actually not affect us that much. So let's do this one. Plus, we're going to gain a bit of loyalty from the burghers. Which means, hold up, we can take money from them. Give me your money. So you notice I don't really interact with the estates very much. I don't like the way they did this, guys. In the mod that I had made, I had done a lot of changes to that, and I just felt my system was far better than theirs. I just don't like that what they do. It's like something you rarely ever check up on. It's not relevant. It's not important. It's not something I really care about at all. So let's go ahead and figure out our fort situation. They keep doing this. God damn it! This is what's costing us money, man. I wish I could tell them to stop that shit, man. I don't want these forts fortified, man. Stop doing it. Oh, it's frustrating. I mean, we have to keep the ones here in France. This is helpful for when we fight France. And you never know when war's going to happen. Though war's not going to happen anytime soon, so we could actually... Let's go ahead and do that. We don't need to pay for any of this shit right now. We'll fix it when we get closer to 77. Yeah, we're not gonna keep any of these going. This is going to save us a lot of money, guys. It's 0.5 per port that we save. So that's big. As you see, we're now at 3.13. A lot better than we were before, which I think I'm going to make use of to drill these troops up here. So we have that going on, and then there's something else that we're going to take care of. Oh yes, we have a bit of money for spending. We can go ahead and build another building, or we could just save it until we're able to upgrade him. Not that we really have the money to afford it, but I think it'd be worth it to get another military point, though we're actually stacked up on military power quite a bit. Okay. Oh yes, I was going to check something. Institutions. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're so far away. Oh lord. 47% in our capital. Good god, this is taking forever. We got Anjou as our core now, so that's good. Looks like France might have got a new monarch. We can now invest in military technology, trying to catch up to all those countries that have moved much further ahead of us while we had a shitty monarch. This would also allow us to build barracks, which would help with the manpower issue. We constantly find ourselves having problems with. So yeah, you know what we're gonna do? Let's go ahead and build a barracks, probably in London. Looks like that's where we'll get the most benefit from it. Yes. All right, London. London it is. Okay. Scotland's no longer a valid rival. What? What are you talking about? Scotland's no longer. They're my main rival, man. I mean, other than France, of course. All right. Some of these estate modifiers have expired as well. A lot of them have expired. Okay. The risk of trade. So we can compensate the traders, and that's going to be incredibly expensive. Or they knew what they were getting into. They knew what they were getting into. I don't care about the damn burgers. So we need to, now that they're no longer our rival, embargoing them does cost you. So we don't want to do that. It's only free to embargo rivals, and I believe that means we're going to need to find a new rival as well. So who should we rival? Well, I don't really want to rival Aragon because I don't know what's happening with them. Are they rivaled with? Oh, they are. So we could rival Aragon since they are currently rivals with both of our allies. It would make perfect sense to rival them, and I'm not seeing anybody else where it'd actually be beneficial because I don't really care about these faraway countries at the moment. So let's rival Aragon. Okay. And Burgundy has declared a golden era, which is this button right here. We haven't got to do anything in here yet. We need 800 splendor. We're not really earning a lot of splendor because we have not achieved any of these objectives. If we could get one of our cities up to 30 development, that would achieve one of them. Maybe that's something we might want to do if we get that military power stacked up again. So this is going to change the price of gems. Oh, gems will now be produced in Barcelona, and it'll change the price of gems. Okay. So that's going to earn our new rival quite a bit of money. Which, speaking of our new rival, oh damn, what are they doing? Well, hopefully they go back over there. We need to go ahead and embargo them. Embargo. I always embargo all my rivals. It does give you a bit of power projection, so it is helpful. What do we have here? More war into Ireland. Let's take a look and see how we're going on getting the drill. 67.04. Okay. So it looks like each episode we're getting about 10 years or so, from what it seems. That'd be a very long series if we went all the way, but I don't know if we'll go all the way, guys. I might talk about that in the next one. It's like the Novgorod Trade League has been disbanded. I got a new pope. Venice is the controller, which is ironic. Castile, our royal marriage has ended because Juan II has died, but they want another one. Local nobles' power grows, so we can ignore him. Give us 10 prestige. We can outwit him at court, 5 prestige, and lose stability. Or we can order his arrest, which would result in us having to fight him, which would be stupid. We're just going to ignore him. I don't like losing prestige, but also it's better than losing stability. So we're going to go and accept their royal marriage offer. Maybe we'll result in getting their... Can you see who their current consort is? I'm not entirely sure. Looks like another war is happening. Oh, damn, man. Burgundy just keeps on bringing us into these goddamn wars, man. And it looks like this war is a nasty one because it could very well result in Austria coming into it, which is not somebody I was looking to fight. It just sucks because I'm trying to get my manpower up so I can attack Scotland, and I have to keep fucking fighting in the Burgundian wars. It's just incredibly frustrating. Let's go ahead and build our army up, guys. This is... I don't know that I'm going to actually participate in this. It's a war in the Holy Roman Empire, which is not really an area I care much about at the moment. So I'm kind of like thinking we'll just ignore it. And you know what? They might not come to help them. Austria might not protect them because they're currently in... Oh, never mind. I talked shit too soon. They're already in the battle. Alright, I thought we'd hovered over this and hadn't seen... Okay. Damn. We will go ahead and accept, because I don't want to lose the prestige and diplomatic reputation for not coming to war, coming to the assistance of my allies. But good God, man. It's not what I wanted to do. And this time, we're going to actually stop our forts. We don't need that. Alright. So... I think that is the end of the episode. Before we leave, though, I'm going to go ahead and start a debate here. And let's see what we can do. Grant concessions to the burghers, and then we'll gain some loyalty. Assimilation and settlement costs. No, I don't want any of that. Advisor costs, I guess, is probably the most useful one. I guess this one does make... Okay, we're actually about to do... Hell yeah, I'm about to build up the army. This would be incredibly helpful to have right now. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get it done. Yeah, I'll do that one. That's easy. And I don't really want any more corruption. Corruption's been a problem for us, so let's, we need to start financing that. We just don't have a lot of money. We'll do different ones then. We'll do the power and, oh, I guess naval tradition. And that's at 93. Good God. That sucks. So, I guess we'll do that one. It's fine. It passed. And that'll allow us to build our army for a bit cheaper, because I was actually just about to start building up. I feel like we need to get closer to our army force limit. We could build 10 more units, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to get this army up to 20 strong. So we're going to be doing that soon here. You know what, we'll probably do that now. I'm just going to start the war with Scotland, even without... if Burgundy doesn't want to join, it's fine. I don't really need their assistance. It is time, and I would love to be able to get them into the war before France can come in and assist, so that we can concentrate solely on Scotland, because remember, we still have a peace treaty with France. So let's go ahead and build up the units. We're probably just going to keep it at 2 cavalry just because we're so broke right now, and just build 10 infantry divisions. I don't know if I have the money for this. Yeah, we got plenty of money. So let's go ahead and build these around here. And do a little bit quicker if we built down the south, but it's a matter of days. The amount of time it would take for them to get up in the north would make it irrelevant. There we go. Awesome. So we are at our force limit now. Once we get those built up, we'll have 20 regiments, units up here, and then we're probably going to attack Scotland. We don't have a peace treaty with them or anything. Just looking at their current allies, we would have to fight Brittany, though. All right, well, we can use our army here to conquer Brittany. That's fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. I was probably going to attack them anyways, so I think that would work out well. So that's going to be our goal. We do need to get a war goal against them. Oh, and one of the things that was brought up that I completely forgot about, it was brought up in the comments, is that getting the spy network built up, apparently, we're going to check that, guys, apparently has some extra bonuses. So let's just take a look. That it's supposed to affect your ability to siege their provinces down. Though I'm not seeing where it says. Yeah, it doesn't tell us what it does, but apparently it does affect your ability to siege your provinces. So we are going to want to go ahead and start getting spy networks in any country that we're going to be fighting. So we'll do that for France later, but for right now, let's do Scotland. And plus, I don't think we have the ability. Yeah, we can't even... Okay, we wouldn't be able to do it anyways until a month later. So that'll be next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We've pretty much just got, some time passed. We are building up our army. We're going to have a mighty army, and probably bigger than France now. They lost so many provinces, I can't possibly see them having 40 regiments. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Love talking to you guys. All right, thanks for watching.